On the previous video, think you're gonna EMP the gutter tier, do you? Well, I got some bad news! Bad news for me. Crypto! Well, let's just say there were some frustrations and then a burning ring incident and then I had to 1v3, which left me wondering, if I do have to solo full teams again and again, which legend would I choose to do it with?
Yeah, baby.
My name's Ragtag and I am the greatest gutter tier gamer on the face of this earth, and today I attempted to squad wipe my enemies with Valkyrie. What kind of sick joke is this, man? 3 arc stars in a supply bin? Could you not at least code in a failsafe so it doesn't RNG me back to the lobby? Finally picked up a P2020 and a longbow. I was ready to face my first trial.
Engaging. Reloading.
Poor solo Ash wasn't the triumphant battle I was hoping for, and with an aggressive style in mind, I swapped out the longbow and made my loadout the flatline RE45 before investigating incoming fire from the bridge. An ideal place for a Valkyrie skirmish as we have easy access to both low ground and high ground.
Reloading. Wings out. Fox 3, visual clear, good tone. Southpaw.
The skies were now clear of my doppelganger. Had to deal with the rest.
Reloading.
That was maybe a little toxic, I'll give you that.
Wings up. Reload. Bandit down. Enemy. Bogey's dead. Not bad.
Another squad heard the action and we were caught with no time to prepare. Oh, so much for squad wiping. I couldn't even take down a bloodhound on top of the bridge because I did the same thing I always do, which is rely on my aim and forget about my positioning, as well as whoever else might be throwing their electrical ash snares in my general direction. No, this felt like a good old-fashioned dose of karma. I wasn't even sure if I was worth protecting at this point. But that's the funny thing about randoms. Sometimes they choose to take a stand and make a powerful statement that, in fact, apes are stronger together. And I am an ape. But even Neanderthals bleed, and while I helplessly watched my team pay for their decision, that didn't mean that decision would be in vain. Wait. You're not reviving that skilled bloodhound, are you? Because that's absolutely illegal and punishable by flatline. Okay, so that wasn't pretty, but we were the victors of this zone. But because we landed in the north of the wall, we didn't have much time as the ring was closing. Thanks, you say. Not when you realise I'm about to take all your luck. Yeah, I didn't do it, guys, don't worry. Anyway, we had to loot and loot fast. Digi-threat for the newly found R99 and a level 3 mag. We were ready to continue our journey through the air, and while Octane had to use his robo-legs to thunder across the land, I was on a mission for combat now, and the only loot that interested me was the stuff inside a death box. turned out that Oasis was occupied and there were opponents ripe for the picking, because I can tell you right now I wouldn't be touching that disgusting purple fruit with the flowers sticking out of them. However, perhaps my scouting was a tad over-enthusiastic, because back on the other side of the cannon, my teammates were about to realise that somebody else saw them as the tasty snack. This was a disaster and I was miles away.
Wings up. Wings out. Fox 3, dumping the pods. Reloading. Another
It was like the forest was coming alive. Enemies closing in, looking to surround us.
Arcster out.
Another squad is attacking us.
2 squads? I was confused and needed to be on the one place where I could defend myself, the high ground.
Wings up.
What good is the high ground if you're just gonna miss all your shots?
Heading out.
Fox 3, sending it home.
With lifeline already down, things are about to get worse.
I'm down.
Then, my spirits were completely crushed. Pathfinder smelled my despair and came to finish the
Closes
job.
in a minute, and it's pretty far.
But I wasn't done just yet. We might be missing a lot of shots right now, but that's exactly why we needed the high ground. It gave me extra time to take those shots with superior cover as my ally, and now couldn't allow that Pathfinder to escape.
Reloading. Bandit bus farm. Recharging shields. I just took out a whole squad.
The ring was miles away and we'd lingered too long, but I wasn't about to let the zone devour our squad. We'd come too far. I loaded myself up with syringes, as many as I could carry, and then I stepped onto the cannon. Besides, I still had my ultimate, so our chances of reviving were not going to fail. I headed through the tunnel and wondered, could I just sneak through it and emerge unnoticed, use the beacon and revive my comrades?
Healing.
But combat was waiting on the other side. We'd have to move fast now. There was another beacon, but round 3 about to close would make this a terrible risk, but it was a risk I decided to take. Then I made a call that sealed the fate of one of my teammates. In my haste to escape the burning ring, I thought that the cannon would be the safest way out, but it turned out that I misremembered where it would lead, and commanding my squad in that direction was the start of something awful.
Using mid. I'm down.
Just a sec. Healing up.
Just like the last video, what a catastrophe! But so much time had passed that I now had my ultimate again. Perhaps we could survive this time, at least finish a game with 2 out of 3 the squad still intact. Sorry, Octane. We'll try and bring it home for you.
For those traveling with small children, this is a blood sport. What's wrong?
But it turned out all we brought was ourselves into the lion's den.
We can cruise over here. Tango Delta. Reloading. Got one. Enemy down. 1 sec left. Don't stretch. Bandit down. Taking fire.
I was badly hurt and needed help, but Lifeline had problems of her own. Only 2 other squads left in this game. I needed to command this battlefield and remove all threats. Overconfidence always leads me to the same outcome. Pain. The Lifeline brought me back before. I just needed to survive it if she braved it in the doorway. Just one final squad, and our Octane had generously stuck around to see what was going to happen in this showdown. Lifeline was taking no chances and glued herself to my side in the event I was dunked a 3rd time. Well, that was a strange coincidence. The game started and finished with a solo Ash, and victory was ours, with Valkyrie feeling like an amazing choice for Season 11, as her command over their structures in this map means I'll be playing a lot more of her. As you saw, plenty of mistakes, but always trying to recover after something goes horribly wrong is where the magic happens. I hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you on the next one. Later.